take it to the finals.
Let's just talk about this, Travis.
And now here we go.
Let's just move over to it.
Round 3.
The Warriors. This is why I'm so irritated at the Suns. Chris Paul, Devin Booker. What is wrong with you guys? The Suns are the only team that I have faith in to beat the Warriors. The only team I have faith in. And now they have to go against Luka, who's by himself.
That's the thing. And the reason why I'd liked this Warriors matchup. Now, when we give these predictions, mind you, we made sure that we gave our predictions how we would have viewed this series going, regardless of the games that have already taken place.
Oh, man.
First one is this. I had it from the beginning that the Warriors are going to win this series in 5. I was excited.
That's the same exact thing
I was excited the second that the Warriors were able to take out Phoenix.
Luka,
I mean, when the Mavericks were able to take out Phoenix.
He cannot the only way that Luka can win some games, he has to score 50.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way.
And
you're asking for a lot.
And you're asking for a lot because I think the difference is that the Warriors have better defenders than the Suns. In the end, as good as the Suns are offensively, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges are not great defensive players. When I look at the Warriors, Draymond Green, multiple defensive player of the year. Andrew Wiggins, a top defensive player this year. I think could have been a first team defensive player this year, arguably.
Klay Thompson still plays some defense.
Klay Thompson has always been known for defense, and it was concerning when he came back from the injuries, but he is still playing defense at a very high level.
And is Gary Payton coming back?
He won't be coming back, not in this series, but what I do have to give credit is Kevon Looney. Kevon Looney stepped up. I mean, he had those 19 rebounds in Game 6.
He's still a below average center. Don't get twisted.
No, still below average center. But and this is where the Warriors are so lucky we didn't get the Suns, because if we had to go against the Suns, I would have been so scared of DeAndre Ayton. Because Warriors have proven in all the games that we have lost, we can handle a center. The reason we were struggling in 2016 versus OKC is because Steven Adams was just dominating us, and then they still had Kevin Durant for size. They had Serge Ibaka. They were outsizing us, man. They were bullying us. And then in the Cavs series, the reason why the Cavaliers won. Now, I know we were up 3-1, but truthfully, the Cavs were the better team, and the reason why is because they were just bigger than us. LeBron James, Kevin Love, Tristan Thompson were quite literally just outsizing us, and that Warriors team was small.
Yeah, they were
compared
small.
to most
other
other
teams. That was
teams.
when small ball was introduced.
That was, yeah. And it proved why small ball isn't the biggest reason for success.
Mm-hmm.
It ended that whole era right then and there. They were able to put a stop to that.
That's when P.J. Tucker was playing center.
Oh, God, when the Rockets were doing that too, and they tried to bring it back, and Lakers ended that real quick. Again, small ball doesn't win you championships. And we learned that early on. And that's why the Warriors were not as small as we were back then, but we were still a small team. I would have been terrified to go against the Sixers and a bigger size team like them. Now, I know Mavericks have size, but they don't have talented size like this.
There's nobody good that's big. Like, Luka's the only good player. The other two players are like under 6'2".
It's role players. It's a set of role players, and there's no shame.
It's not gonna work, man.
We
can't beat I don't want the Warriors. If the Warriors win another finals, man, I'm gonna be pissed off. Steph Curry got 4 rings. Klay Thompson got 4 rings.
Bro,
Draymond Green.
He would have the same amount as yours, truly.
Oh my gosh. I can't deal with this.
That's so crazy. Either way, okay. Warriors in 5 because of this. Steph Curry is not Chris Paul.
He's not.
He's not Chris Paul. Klay Thompson is not Devin Booker. In the sense of this. When the big game is needed, while Devin Booker is the better player right now, Klay Thompson is the one to come through in the big moments.
Very true.
And I also just want to mention, Warriors are a much better defensive team than the Mavericks, and they can be able to put Doncic in a bit more of a bind than the Sixers were able to. And the Suns were able to. And again, I think the Warriors' strategy is going to straight up be, your role players are going to have to win this for us. Dorian Finney-Smith is going to have to nail 6 threes a game to be able to beat us. Maxi Kleber is going to have to be able to nail some shots. You know who we haven't even mentioned yet for the Warriors? It's the fact that they have Jordan Poole coming off the bench.
Yeah, people forget that Jordan Poole, I think he's better than Klay Thompson.
Right now, you can make that argument.
And he's coming off the bench. He's great dribbler, great ball handler, can shoot very well, can finish at the rim. He tries a little bit on defense. It's really hard. There's so much depth on this team. Jordan Poole could be a number 2
on many other teams right now.
Half of the league.
Yes, definitely.
And it's so annoying, Dro. I don't want to deal with these people no more. I need Steph Curry to just retire. He's getting old enough. Just retire because I'm over this.
Man, he's hungry. He's hungry. He wants more.
He already got 3.
He's hungry. He wants more. He wants more.
So it's looking like it's giving 5.
Dude, it's giving 5. Dude, Draymond Green could have 4 rings.
It's giving 5 games, guys. And if the Mavericks win more than 2 games, I would be completely shocked. Like I would actually might have to give Luka the best player in the league.
If the Mavericks take it 7, I'd be shocked. But again, it's just a situation where it was a good run, but now it might be a little too much for this team, especially without Tim Hardaway, who could be a number 2.
I'm over it.
Without him, it's too much to handle for Luka, and unfortunately, I think this is where the road ends for Luka Doncic. Because in the end, while he has been doing very good, and the supporting cast has stepped up in moments, it is still a star player with a whole bunch of other role players, not a true number 2 there.
We'll
move on because I can tell you're hating this. And now this is the big one. This is the one that could be argued.
I don't know who's gonna win.
Now here we go. 2 best defenses in the NBA. I'm saying that straight up right now. The 2 best defenses in the NBA go at it right now.
Yep.
Miami Heat at number 1, Celtics at number 2 is the way I see it.
Yep.
Miami Heat. One thing I gotta say, I've been paying attention a lot more to the Heat games. I say every single time I watch them play, I just always have to say, I love their defense. They run a zone defense, which isn't, you don't see that often in the NBA these days. But they run a zone defense, a 2-3, perfect.
Yep.
They contest every shot in the zone defense. I've never seen a team hustle more on the defensive end like this Miami Heat team has. And they have been doing it for the most part without Kyle Lowry in most games.
Yep.
And he's a great defender when he comes in. If Kyle Lowry comes in, in the next few games, and if Kyle Lowry comes in the next few games, he could prove to be an X factor in a bit of it all with the veteran presence. On the Celtics end, their defensive team, Graham Williams, Al Horford, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. These guys are stepping up, not just defensively.
Tatum is a defender now.
And then also Jason Tatum's turning into that offensive scoring star that we all expected. And now you have dudes like Pritchard who are stepping up as supporting cast players and being able to make those big shots.
So before we get into this more, who is winning this series in how many games, bro? Now I'm going to tell you guys this right now. You see this grin on his face? I'm going to tell you right now what he's going to say. He's going to say that Heat are going to win in 6 games. Is that correct?
That is absolutely correct, Travis. You nailed that on the head. Dude, Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler. I have argued this forever. He has called me crazy so many times, but I don't think you have a right to anymore. I don't think you have a right to. Because I've said this. Jimmy Butler has been a top 10 player ever since he made that run in the bubble all those years ago. I don't care how it could have been in the regular season, how he's not always there, due to injuries and all that. When it comes to playoff time, he elevates, brother. He elevates. 40 points. 40 points. He's had that multiple times. And that's not even, I'm doing this all without even including the game 1 that he did it in. So, I do have the Heat in 6 because Jimmy Butler is that guy. He's him.
He is kind of him.
He's him. Jimmy Butler is him. But it's also the fact of this. The Heat defense, while their scoring is a little questionable right now outside of Jimmy, that defense creates opportunities.
It does.
It's a very opportunistic defense. Jimmy Butler is able to create turnovers. Victor Oladipo has stepped up in this defensive system as well.
I really like Bam Adebayo.
Bam Adebayo in his position. Again, it's not all so much the players. It's the system that Spoelstra has created.
And also, P.J. Tucker is on this team as well.
And P.J. Tucker's a great defender. It's the system that Spoelstra has created with these players that works so well. So again, I just think the Heat defense could possibly be enough to throw off the Celtics in some of these games. And we saw it. Okay, now we're getting into a little bit of seeing, but for me, we saw it happen in Game 1. Now, I know Game 2 was a bit of a dud for the Heat, but I don't see that happening every single game.
Let me tell you.
You
get you on some insight real quick, okay?
You go.
Game 1. The Celtics.
Mind you, he's been a hater of Jimmy Butler from the beginning.
I've always been a hater of Jimmy Butler. I think he's trash. I don't think he's trash, but I've just never been a believer in him that much. But
here we go.
Game 1, you just got to let it be known. Marcus Smart and Al Horford both did not play. Both of them did not play. Marcus Smart, who I talked about earlier, is a very key part to this team. Al Horford is their center. Both of them not playing, definitely, I didn't see them win. And they come back, they win the game. But before all of this, before you even think about them 2 games that just happened, I think the Celtics win in 7. Now, my reason why.
I'm actually, no, I'm not surprised about that. I'm surprised you have the Celtics going 7.
Yeah. I got them going in 7.
That's a little bit of respect that you're showing to the Heat.
I'm showing a little bit of respect because Jimmy Butler does elevate his game a little bit. It's cute. You know, he did it against the Lakers. He didn't win. I mean, you seen he was about to die on the court, and I appreciate that, Jimmy. We like that. Tyler Hero, cool. Bam Adebayo, cool. Victor Oladipo gets injured every 5 seconds. Cool. But you're going up against Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, which is a 2-headed monster. One has a really big head, and one's head is not that much smaller. So,
that's a funny way.
I would definitely think that they're a little more scary, in my opinion. Okay. They also play just as much defense. They have the Defensive Player of the Year. Mm-hmm. And Al Horford, who showed earlier in the series, I didn't even know he could still dunk. And he posterized Joel Embiid.
You mean Giannis?
Giannis. It was something. Yeah, it was Giannis.
It was one of the big men.
One of them big dudes. But he dunked on him. And that showed me a lot right there. That showed me that he still got some jump in the knees.
Still got some youth in him. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what I just want to say, first of all, is I actually don't think it's as crazy to say that the Celtics, because of what the run they've made. But I think it's a fact that I do truly believe that this Heat defense can come through and throw this Celtics team off when it comes to the big moments. And I think it's also... you want to be honest? You want me to be honest a little bit? It's truthfully a little bit of bias. You know why? Is because I have predicted to go against Boston every single time in these playoffs. And I'm at a point right now where I just need to see them go out. Because they've been getting me wrong every time. I had Brooklyn. I had the Bucks. I can't be... at some point, I got to get it right. At some point, I'm gonna keep playing with my cards. At some point, this Celtics team is gonna play like how we've seen them play.
What if they go beat the Warriors?
No, at some point, I'm expecting to see this Celtics team struggle a little bit like they have in the past. That's just me. Maybe it's a bit of hater in me, but that's just me.
Well, what if we go back to 2013 and we have the Heat and the Mavericks going up against each other again?
Whoa! That's not happening.
No, it's not.
That's not happening. Okay. But we'll have to see how it all plays out.
Yeah, guys.
Now we're at a point now. It's a game every other day. It's a game every day, actually.
Yeah, so, I mean...
We'll find out soon.
It's going to be great to see. Finals coming up next week. Maybe.
About pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much next week. And we're going to see the Warriors go up against the Celtics, man. And
here we go.
Yeah, I'm very...
Either way, I think we both truly believe that it's going to be the Warriors
100%.
Against Celtics.
That's locked in. I could put $200,000 on it right now.
I would put the same amount on that.